Next slide, please. Okay. A previous slide, please. These are the glimpses of visit to Geneva, United Nations, a very, very special experience for all the students. Next, please. These are, of course, needless to say, Eiffel Tower, Paris, the Palace of Versailles, and the Palace of Versailles. Next slide, please. Visit to UNESCO and Notre Dame. You can see the faces of the students. Those are really having good time over there. Next slide, please. And of course, the Louvre Museum and Disneyland, a very, very special visits, I would say. Of course, you need to balance the academics along with fun. So, of course, if you go all the way to France and don't visit these important places, so of course, we balance the international tours with studies and fun. Next, please. Next, please. Previous slide, please. You can see the classroom sessions happening with the faculty and students. Of course, the visit of Midsom College has already happened. So these are the photographs of the faculty of Midsom College, Professor Sumita Joshi and Professor Kalyani Bilsare, along with the students and the staff of École de Telecom. Okay. Next slide, please. Next slide. Next slide. The duration of this particular program is 11 nights and 12 days, and visits to Paris, Geneva, and Brussels are planned in this particular visit. And now, the last and the most important slide, the contact details. If you want to become a part of these international visits, I would request you to contact Professor Sumita Joshi at this particular email address, which is mentioned on your screens. Or if you are an engineering student, you are requested to contact Professor Prakash Mainkar, sir, and his email address is also mentioned. Thank you. Thank you very much for the slides. Well, we are about to begin with the program, but I still see huge number of students standing at the back. I request you once again to kindly settle down. Of course, this particular place is really important for all of us. I would request you to maintain the decorum. The area which is behind designated for the students, I would request the teaching, non-teaching staff, there is a designated area for you in the front. If there is no place left for the students, I would request the staff members to give preference to the students in the student section. And of course, there is a designated area for the teachers and the non-teaching staff, which I can see, which is almost empty as of now. So if you are a teaching or non-teaching faculty, you are invited in the front. Of course, I know someone will have to be there to manage the students. So, of course, one or two can stay there, but others are invited in the front because the area in the front is empty and there is no space for students at the back. So, students, please occupy the chairs in the student area. Faculty and non-teaching members are invited in the front. The left-hand side is almost empty. The right-hand side is absolutely empty. So you can take chairs in this particular area. Thank you. Let me once again remind you, my friends, about the competition on social media that we are having. It's really important that you participate and, of course, win prizes, and which is the Lenovo tab. I would request each one of you to start posting your selfies with the MIT-WPU logo saying that I'm proud to be MIT-WPU student. If you start, and please don't forget that tagline, the tagline I'm giving you once again, I'm proud to be MIT-WPU student. So start posting, start tweeting, start retweeting, start sending out invitations, because as I've already mentioned, this competition is in 4 categories, and we are going to give 2 Lenovo tabs in each category. So there is an opportunity for you to win these 8 magnificent Lenovo tabs. So please start tweeting. As you can see, my friends, the stage is ready to receive the guests. And today we are going to have well, I'm getting information from my backstage team that we are gearing up for the final preparations. I request each one of you to settle down as quickly as possible. And there is an information that I have received that audio is not audible at the back. May I request the audio console team? Audio console team? There is a request that I have received just now that the students at the back are not able to hear what I'm saying. So please do look into that. Thank you. You can see the rush that is going on the stage. The final few preparations as far as receiving the guest is concerned. Because we have so many special people with us today, of course, the chief guest of today's function, Honorable Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji, who is the Honorable Chief Minister of the state of Maharashtra. Special guest of honor, Shri Girish Bapat ji, who is the Honorable Minister of Parliamentary Affairs, Food and Civil Supplies, and Consumer Protection, Food and Drugs Administration, Government of Maharashtra, and Guardian Minister of Pune. Honorable Dr. Raghunath Mashelkar ji, Dr. Michael Noble, who is an entrepreneur, expert on energy issues, founder of Noble Sustainability Trust, former chairman of the Noble Charitable Trust, is also with us. His Holiness Dada J.P. Vaswani ji, Dr. Vijay P. Bhatkar ji, Shri Nanik Rupani ji, Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karat sir, Shri Rahul Karat sir, Dr. Arun Nigvekar ji, Shri Shrikant Bharatiya ji, Dr. Suresh Ghaisas, Dr. Roshan Lal Raina ji, Talayogi Pandit Suresh Talwalkar ji, Honorable Shri Nana Kulkarni ji, Group Captain D.P. Apte ji, Shri P.B. Joshi, Dr. Mangesh Karad, Dr. Chandrakant Pandav, Dr. Sunil Karad, Dr. S.S. Darade Patil sir, Shri Raju Menthana ji, Dr. Jai Gore, Mrs. Swati Chate, Mrs. Jyoti Dhakne ji, Dr. Suchitra Karad ji. So it's a long list that all the people that are going to be here on stage today, and we are gearing up for the final preparations. I will see you back in some time. Thank you very much.
रुद्रामूर्तये धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्। महादेवाय विद्महे रुद्र
Hello, check.
ते सगळ्या शेवटी बघ पाणी बॉटल तिथून म्हणायचं 2 बॉक्स मागे ठेवलेत कुठं बरं
महादेवाय विद्महे
ठेवलेत का इथं जाऊन त्यांना सांग
शिवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ महादेवाय विद्महे रुद्रामूर्तये धीमहि तन्नः 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 शिवः प्रचोदयात्। महादेवाय विद्महे रुद्रामूर्तये धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्। महादेवाय विद्महे रुद्रामूर्तये धीमहि 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 तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्। शिवः प्रचोदयात् महादेवाय विद्महे रुद्रामूर्तये धीमहि तन्नः 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 शिवः प्रचोदयात् महादेवाय रुद्रामूर्तये धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्। महादेवाय विद्महे रुद्रामूर्तये धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्। महादेवाय विद्महे रुद्रामूर्तये धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्। महादेवाय विद्महे रुद्रामूर्तये धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्। महादेवाय महादेवाय विद्महे रुद्रामूर्तये धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात् ॐ महादेवाय विद्महे रुद्रामूर्तये धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्
Good afternoon once again.
ॐ
Well, I've started getting feedback that students have already started participating, and which is a good sign. Of course, if it continues in the same way, I'm sure the winners of the social media competitions would be clear very soon. Of course, it's not today's competition. Of course, today for the entire day, it will go on, and the results of it would be communicated to that particular user. We have a very important program lined up. Of course, with a bit of delay, as we can see. Honorable Chief Minister is already on his way to the campus. We are going to receive him soon. But of course, it has witnessed a delay of 30 minutes. And of course, we can imagine the time of the schedule of a chief minister would be having. He has 6 meetings in the Pune city today. You might have gone through the newspapers, and we have seen that the chief minister is lined up with so many meetings and events today. But of course, it is our good fortune that he has taken time out for all of us to grace this occasion of the inauguration of Dr. Vishwanath Karad, MIT-WPU University, at his august hands. We'll have to be patient a bit more before we receive the Honorable Chief Minister. Along with that, we have so many important guests today with us, and one of which is His Holiness Dada J.P. Vaswani ji, the spiritual guru and the head of Sadhu Vaswani mission. It's really going to be indeed, I would say, very, very memorable experience. And we all are fortunate, we should feel fortunate that we could be a part of this particular moment, which is going to be marked with golden words in the history of MIT, in the history of this city. The concept of private universities is not new to the nation. Of course, the state of Maharashtra adopted the concept of private universities little later as compared to other states of the nation. But as we say, Der aaye durust aaye, we, the state of Maharashtra, passed the private university bill few days back, and Dr. Vishwanath Karad, MIT-WPU University could take the shape what it is today. In few minutes from now, we will begin with the inaugural ceremony of Dr. Vishwanath Karad, MIT-WPU University, which will begin at St. Shri Gyaneshwara statue in our campus. There we will receive all the guests, and they will offer flowers to the St. Gyaneshwara statue. Then they will arrive at the cabin chamber of Honorable Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir, where the welcoming of all the guests would happen. And then, after that, there would be a beautiful procession from his chamber up to this particular Sabha Mandap, which is called Swami Vivekananda Sabha Mandap. We will begin this ceremony by ringing the bell of world peace and democracy, which is an important tradition of MIT group of institutions, which would be followed by arrival of all the guests on dais. Then we are scheduled to have the World Peace Prayer, which will be followed by the speech of MIT World Peace University model by Honorable Shri Rahul V. Karat sir. We will felicitate all the guests, which would be followed by the speech of Honorable Shri Vijay P. Bhatkar sir. And then the inauguration, the formal inauguration of Dr. Vishwanath Karad, MIT World Peace University would happen at the hands of Shri Devendra Phadnavis ji. Of course, it's a very important moment for all of us. I request each one of you to be a little more patient as we receive the Chief Minister of the state. Thank you.
Check, check. Hello. Check, check. Hello. Check 1, 2. Check, check 1, 2. Check. Hello. Hello. Check. Hello. Check. Hello. Check 1, 2. Check 1. Check 1. Check 1, 2. Yeah. Hello. Check. Check. Hello. 1, 2. Check. Check 1. प्रशांत.
Yes? Can you? You cannot be. You may manage it.
आता
You
म्यूट
eat.
कर बघू.
They're not serving today. But I think there's a restaurant.
गेला का आवाज आता? ओके झालं.
Pongal.
बघ.
Yeah, the peaceful.
आता म्यूट करतो. बघ चेक कर. गेला ना आतला पण आवाज.
So,
Kela.
people have
येतोय आता?
tried excessive eating,
चालू राहू दे.
intoxicants, excessive indulgence in pleasures. With all these things, they have tried to create some kind of peacefulness within themselves. You thought you got there, but next moment you know you're not there. Any number of times it's deceived you, isn't it? Yes? One Saturday evening, your whole family met, all of you had a wonderful dinner. You thought this is the height of the world. Everything is so wonderful, magical. Tomorrow morning you see, not because there is something wrong with your family. It is just that with limited entity, you're trying to create an unlimited space. It's not going to work. It's just not going to work. Nothing wrong. It's just that it doesn't work. There are lots of great things in the world which don't work. I'm not interested in that, that's all. You interested in great things? Are you interested in great things? Oh, thank you. I'm not interested in great things. I'm only interested in things that work. I don't want to. There are lots of great things. People claim they're great things, but they don't work. They have not worked for anybody. They're great things because somebody says so. They're great things because somebody thinks too much of himself and whatever he says or does must be great things. But they don't work. We are looking for something that works. If you are determining the course of your experience right now, 100%, you're beginning to, the bloody legs are aching like crazy, but still, it's beginning to work. If you are determining the nature of your experience right now, 100%, let's say, we have to assume that. If you are, then would somebody have to tell you, please create a pleasant experience? Would somebody have to tell you? No. So somebody telling you be loving, be blissful is all bullshit. Yes or no? Because nobody needs to tell you, be pleasant. The problem is you're not able to determine the nature of your experience, isn't it? Yes? The problem is you're unable to determine the nature of your experience for whatever reasons. If you could determine the nature of your experience, nobody has to tell you, be blissful, be loving, be happy, be this. This is all coming from, patchy ideas about life. You see somebody fighting, you say be loving. You see somebody unhappy, you say blissful. It's most insulting. When somebody is in a great state of unhappiness, going and telling be blissful, is most insulting, isn't it? No? But these are all the great teachings on this planet, which have been on for centuries. These are all great things that have never worked. So, we are only seeing how to determine the nature of your experience. If you take charge of what causes experience within you, if you are in charge of that, I'm 100% sure you will make it very pleasant for yourself. And I'm also sure if you are feeling very pleasant within yourself, you would be naturally pleasant to everybody around yourself. Unfortunately, people have taken it upon themselves to confuse the humanity so badly about their own nature. See, it's very simple. It doesn't take any damn scripture or a guru to tell you this. It's very simple. Whatever the nature of your experience, it's happening within you. Is it so? You don't need some great yoga or a scripture or a guru or a stone that falls from heaven to tell you this. If the nature of your experience, whatever is the nature of your experience, whether it is fear, anger, love, hatred, ecstasy, agony, everything is happening from within you, it would be very natural for human beings to look and see how to make it into a most pleasant experience, isn't it? If you had not freaked them, God loves you from up there. If you had not exported love to heaven, lot of human beings would have been very loving human beings. But now we have exported it out there, you have to import it. For importing it, you need permit. And there are agents here who don't give those permits so easily. It's not coming across because all the love has gone to heaven. How to get it now? Here there's a priest standing here with a permit. He won't give it to you. Whether you want to experience blissfulness, whether you want to experience love, whether you want to experience ecstasy, whatever states of pleasantness human beings have known have come from within them. Is that so? So, there is no need to apply for any permit from anywhere. You just have to become willing to explore what this is, to bring this to the most pleasant state. Not because it's a virtue. Love is not a virtue. Bliss is not a virtue. To be pleasant is not a virtue. It's just that is the way you long to be, isn't it? It is not that if you're loving, you'll go to heaven. It is not that if you're ecstatic, you'll go to heaven. It is just that if you're loving and ecstatic, you don't need a damn heaven. People who've made a hell out of themselves want to go to heaven. People who've made a heaven out of themselves, where do they want to go? Wherever the hell they go, they don't care. So, it's very, very important. If you want to ensure… Is the volume correct? If you want to ensure that the sounds that this one produces is good, the more you know about this whole mechanism, the better sound you produce, isn't it so? Sometimes by chance it may happen, that's different. But the more you know about it, the better. If you are a sound engineer, you produce good sound. So if you are an inner engineer, then you make this the way you want. That's all it takes. It doesn't need anything. It is just that because it's in a different direction than the way you're constantly looking through your sense perception, you need help, maybe. Not necessarily, but generally, yes. You need a certain amount of help, but that's all. Grace is just that help, that it creates a conducive atmosphere to slip in. If any machinery has to perform well, people have started using these words everywhere these days. You need lubricants, some lubricant. Try to, whatever the great car you have, try to run it without oil. Not 10 minutes, it'll be ruined, isn't it? It's the lubricant which is keeping it going. All this great machinery, without that little bit of that thin film of lubricant, it's all destroyed in no time. Grace is just that little lubricant so that things happen smoothly. Now they've started calling it liquid engineering. Everybody started doing it. It's appropriate. Takes liquid engineering. So, this takes little engineering. Grace is just a lubricant. Without the lubricant, if you try to work, the friction, just the friction of life has destroyed too many human beings, isn't it? Yes? Nothing big they did. All they did was simple things. They were born which was not their doing, they didn't do such a big thing. That just happened. They just want to eat well, sleep well, fulfill their basic needs. This is all they want to do. In the process of doing this, how many human beings are broken and bitter and destroyed? Because no lubricant. Nothing wrong with them. They're trying to work their engines without.
ऑडियो प्ले करायला सांग. बघ बर हां चेक हां हां येतोय हां हां चेक चेक हॅलो चेक 1 2 येतोय हॅलो चेक हॅलो झालं ठीक
One of the things that I always feel irritated with is when I hear a person saying, "अरे यार इंडिया में कुछ बदलेगा नहीं." What will you do? तुम्हारे एक आदमी के करने से क्या होगा? I completely disagree with you. Yes, change is possible. We have to just realize that yes, it is possible, and it is in fact possible. Angry, you feel frustrated, you feel helpless. And I used to feel that, why can't I do something about it? I would do donations, I would give out money. It wasn't enough for me, I felt. This feeling of wanting to do something grew in me. Years and years of thinking, struggling internally. And then it came out through Satyam. That's one of the things that's given me the most satisfaction. A lot of times people ask me, why do you do it? Why am I doing something? It's because I feel like it's coming out of me. That's why I'm doing it. When you help someone, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling to do something for somebody, but I'm not doing it to help anyone. I'm doing it because it makes me happy. I'm doing it because I know no other way to live my life. This is the only way I know to live my life. I don't know how else to live my life. If there's any way that you can move towards work which helps our society, our nation, in nation building, huge amount of
My dear friends, Honorable Chief Minister of the state of Maharashtra has arrived on campus. I can understand your feelings. Believe me, I am on the same side. Don't worry. Honorable Chief Minister is on the campus, and the procession of arrival in the Swami Vivekananda Sabha Mandap will begin any moment. Of course, needless to say, we are going to give a grand welcome to Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji. We are going to receive His Holiness Dada J.P. Vaswani ji also any minute now. So of course with a delay of considerable time, but now yes, we are all set to begin. I request all the student friends to kindly maintain the decorum once the inaugural ceremony starts. I respect and admire your feelings, emotions, and your time also. But once the ceremony starts, it's our duty and responsibility to maintain the decorum. After all, Honorable Chief Minister is here for all of us, and now he's our guest. We must respect whatever time commitments he had. So once he comes into this particular pandal, I request each one of you to maintain the highest amount of decorum. The procession would begin any minute, and we will receive all the guests of today's function here on dais. The procession has begun already, and the chief guests, along with all the dignitaries on the dais, would be coming to this particular pandal any minute now. Well, remember, the social media competition is on, so you can take these opportunities to take your selfie videos and post it onto the Twitter and Facebook. We are all set to receive the chief guest. As we all can hear the sound of procession, the military band is leading this particular procession, and expected any minute, any moment into this particular Swami Vivekananda Sabha Mandap. We are going to welcome with a standing ovation and a big round of applause all the chief guests of today's function. Of course, I'll let you know once they arrive, don't worry. We can hear the melodious band of military. The procession in itself is a very important tradition of MIT's MIT group of institutions. And here comes the moment when we receive the chief guest of today's function, the Honorable Chief Minister of the state of Maharashtra, Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji, along with Girish Bapat ji and all other dignitaries of the dais. Once we have the visuals, we will of course relay it on the screen. Yes, we have the visuals now as the procession is expected in the Sabha Mandap. The procession is approaching Swami Vivekananda Sabha Mandap. It's a beautiful procession having our national flag followed by all other flags. A big round of applause and a standing ovation to the Honorable Chief Minister of the state of Maharashtra, Honorable Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji. A big round of applause, my friends. The applause should continue as I request all the dignitaries to come forward for ringing the bell of world peace and democracy. I request all the guests of today's function, along with the chief guest, Honorable Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji, the special guest of honor, Shri Girish Bapat ji, Dr. Raghunath Mashelkar ji, Dr. Michael Noble, Dr. Vijay Bhatkar ji, to join for ringing the bell of world peace and democracy, Arun Nigwekar ji, Nanik Rupani ji, Shrikant Bharatiya ji, Suresh Gaisas ji, Roshan Lal Raina ji, along with Talayogi Pandit Suresh Talwalkar, Nana Kulkarni, P.B. Joshi sir, Mangesh Karad, Chandrakant Pandav, Sunil Karad, S.S. Darade, Raju Manthana, Jai Gore sir, Swati Chate, Jyoti Dhakne and Suchitra Karad ma'am. As we all have the visuals and we are witnessing this particular very special moment, a big round of applause, my friends. The sound of this bell, let it reach the entire globe. A big round of applause. Thank you very much. I request all the dignitaries to kindly grace this particular stage with their presence. I request the chief guest of today's function, Honorable Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji, special guest of honor, Shri Girish Bapat ji, Raghunath Mashelkar ji, Michael Noble, Vijay Bhatkar ji, V.D. Karad sir, Rahul Karad sir, Arun Nigwekar ji, Nanik Rupani ji, Shrikant Bharatiya ji, Dr. Suresh Gaisas, Dr. Roshan Lal Raina, Talayogi Pandit Suresh Talwalkar ji, Honorable Shri Nana Kulkarni, Group Captain D.P. Apte, Shri P.B. Joshi, Dr. Mangesh Karad, Dr. Chandrakant Pandav, Dr. Sunil Karad, Dr. S.S. Darade Patil sir, Shri Raju Manthana ji, Dr. Jai Gore sir, Mrs. Swati Chate ji, Mrs. Jyoti Dhakne madam, and Dr. Suchitra Karad madam to kindly grace the occasion. Good afternoon to one and all. I, Professor Gautam Bapat, on behalf of Dr. Vishwanath Karad, MIT World Peace University, welcome each one of you for this August gathering. We all have gathered here for the inaugural ceremony of Dr. Vishwanath Karad, MIT World Peace University. And of course, a very special thanks to the chief guest of today's function, Honorable Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji. Once again, a big round of applause. Thank you very much, sir. Well, the private university is no more a new format in Indian context. Getting university status was a choice for which we opted now due to the liberal policies and the approach of the current government. By the way of commencing our university programs for the current academic year 17-18, we have taken a big leap to utilize the freedom and autonomy available with us. The foundation of the concept of World Peace University, I would say, was probably laid 40 years back when Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir came up with the thought of private engineering college for the very first time in the state of Maharashtra. The culture of peace was the foundation of this particular thought. So it took 34 years to formalize that particular thought, and today we are here in the form of Dr. Vishwanath Karad World Peace University. As per the traditions of Myers MIT Group of Institutions, we will begin this particular ceremony with the World Peace Prayer, a prayer that does not symbolize any caste, creed, religion, but it purely talks of the world peace, and it has been a tradition for last 34 years. I request each one of you to rise in your seats, fold your hands, close your eyes, and participate wholeheartedly in the World Peace Prayer.
ॐ नमो जियाद्या वेद प्रतिपाद्या जय जय स्वसंवेद्या आत्मरूपा देवातुति गणेषु सकलार्थमतिप्रकाशु म्हणे निवृत्तिदासु अवधारि गोदी गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
Thank you. I would now request the Executive President of MIT World Peace University and Vice President of Myers MIT Group of Institutions and founder of MIT SOG, BCS and NTC and NWP, Honorable Professor Shri Rahul V. Karad sir, to kindly express his thoughts on MIT World Peace University model. Please welcome with a big round of applause Shri Rahul V. Karad.
Janani Janmabhumisha Swargadapi Gariyasi. On behalf of the bodies of trustees of MIR, our beloved founder Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir, let me welcome from my bottom of heart to Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji. I would also like to welcome our well-wisher last 35 years, the man, whole country knows him, Dr. Raghunath Mashelkar, Padma Vibhushan, a well-known scientist of India. Mashelkar sir, I welcome you too. I would also like to welcome Dr. Vijay Bhatkar, Padma Bhushan, a supercomputer man who gave the supercomputing technology for this country. I would also like to welcome the most important person who has come all the way from Sweden. We all know the Nobel Peace Prize and Dr. Michael Nobel, who is from the Nobel family and who is a member on the Nobel Peace Prize. He is also here with us. From the bottom of heart, we welcome Mr. Michael Nobel also. Our trustees, Dr. Ghaisas, Professor Jay Gore from Purdue, a researcher, scholar, our principal transformation advisor, and the nominee for the Vice Chancellor position for this very important Dr. Vishwanath Karad, MIT World Peace University, the first university in the country which is dedicated for the world peace. Shri Nani Krupani, the Indian Merchant Chamber, former chairman, Indo-American Chamber chairman, as well as the Priyadarshini Academy chairman. I welcome you, sir. The former UGC chairman, the man who created a NAC framework for the country, who supported, fostered Shri Arun Nigvekarji. My dear friend Shrikant Bharatiya, who was very, very important a good well-wisher since 2005 when we started the first school of India to develop the Future Politician School of Government. So he is from day one, he is with us. I welcome you. Chandrakant Pandav, Mr. Raju Manthana, a well-known industrialist. All my very old people here sitting on the dais, Mr. Roshanlal Raina, who is going to be the provost for this university. Also Haribhai Shah, the man who supported Patanjali from day one, last 15 years, Swami Ramdevji. Nana Kulkarni, all my family, Captain Apte, and everybody sitting on the dais. Prakash Joshi, the joint managing trustee and the beloved, the friend of Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir, who played a very important role, and Dr. Ghaisas family. I must say here that Mr. Ghaisas, the people who donated the land to this very campus 35 years before. I understand that this is a ceremonial program today. What a good fortune, all the people sitting in the audience, in the front row, as well as back rows, and last but not the least, my dear students of the first golden batch of Dr. Vishwanath Karad, MIT World Peace University. And also from the Pune University, the second, third year batches, some of the students who are sitting here from the Naval Education, there are students from Rajbagh, the another university. Honorable Chief Minister, what a good fortune today. I get a lot of excitement that this public charitable trust on which the government showed the faith, and they gave two universities. One is MIT Art Design Technology University, and second, this is Dr. Vishwanath Karad, MIT World Peace University, which is a flagship university of this very important trust, which is among the top few trusts in the state of Maharashtra in the education domain and whole of India. We all know that we fall in, after IITs and regional engineering colleges, we fall in those top 10 institutions in the area of engineering. I must make a mention certain things that Honorable Chief Minister, when he got little delayed today because of some other programs and the commitment, but I must tell you, in last 1 year, this is the third visit by Honorable Chief Minister, and he propagated the concept of the School of Government. He supported the concept of Bharatiya Chhatra Sansad. I must tell you, the people sitting on the dais and my dear students, that in the year 2008, when he was a MLA, and that time I remember I went to Nagpur, and with a sheer curiosity, a leader, the man who has that spark and the foresight, the vision, he came to see me at my place there. And Rahul, how can there be this school which can develop the future politicians for the country, which is MIT School of Government? And there was so much of curiosity, Honorable Chief Minister. I really, that learning aptitude and your that approach towards the society, and I think that your approach has, today what position you occupy, and we feel proud as a Maharashtra people that you are such a decorated and very important, ethically sound and morally such an upright person to be occupying this position. And what a good fortune that you are today here for the inauguration of this MIT World Peace University. I want to say a few things that, my dear students, that why MIT World Peace University? In the whole of India, we all know that there are a number of universities, and last 10 years, Dr. Karad sir was pursuing with the government, central government, as well as state government, that we want one World Peace University for this country. Worldwide, in Costa Rica and various places, there are institutions on the world peace, but India, how come India is lagging behind, which has given a great inspiration to the whole world on science and spirituality and so many things. And I think he's I must say, the most happiest person today, Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir, our beloved founder, that he conceptualized this very concept of MIT World Peace University. We all were feeling little awkward initially that how can we propagate But I must tell you, my dear students, that union of science and religion alone, what Swami Vivekananda said long back, the Bin Laden was also engineer, but a destructive mindset. How do we develop a constructive engineers, constructive professionals for the society? That is a quest of this World Peace Center, which was established in 1996. And today, this very MIT World Peace Center has evolved into MIT World Peace University, first university of India in the area of, the peace studies. And ultimately, we all know the purpose of any education. You may be pharmacy, management, BBA, MBA, medicine, whatever degree you call up. But what is the use of that degree ultimately? The best of the best Bentley car or Mercedes car or this innovation made by the people, not to show the arrogance to other people, but it is basically for the peace. We all must understand the chemical weapons or so many things we talk about in the whole process. So what is the ultimate purpose of education? So we have to really understand in the materialistic wants and needs we move on. And this is a place where, Honorable Chief Minister, we have developed a peace module. My team, some of the very motivated people of 50, 100 people, they are working on that. Dr. Prakruti and various people I see, from Lara Srivastava from United Nations, she has come a senior diplomat, and various such people are supporting this cause. Professor Jay Gore, what a good fortune, 2 years before I met him there in Purdue, and he said, 35 years before Dr. Karat taught me mechanical engineering, applied thermodynamics, and Rahul, I'm so glad that, how come in between nobody contacted rather, and it was a sheer coincidence that we met there, and today he's here as our, one of the in charge of this very prestigious MIT World Peace University. I welcome you, sir, from my bottom of heart, and these few thoughts which I just shared from my experience, that what exactly this university stands for, how this university is different. So, two teachers formula. In every class, two teachers we are educating in this university. There is a yoga compulsory, we have modules in the first year. There are a compulsory yoga sessions in every week. All the students, they have to go through. There are some rural immersion programs. Our engineers, our BBAs, our doctors, everybody will go to rural village for 7 to 8 days, and they will stay from all kind of people there, two students at one family. So likewise, very unique approaches we have adopted here. There are some 12 important must-watch movies, what we have identified, which we expect you to see, and the film appreciation, the music appreciation. Shri Tarvalkarji is here, the very well-known musician, and the liberal arts. We have to make a complete human being. What is the outcome of this MIT World Peace University? When our graduates, they pass out, we expect they make a difference, they make a change in society. So with that, some of the very important biographies, the must-read biographies for the engineering course, nowhere in the country and the world, there are biographies given, but we have ensured that these very approaches, we have imbibed in the syllabus or a credit system where there will be a marking. This is the first such university in the country and in the world, I must tell you, and the world first university for the life transformation. And that is the concept of MIT World Peace University. Honorable Prime Minister, I must make a mention today that, some of the very idealistic thoughts, what we were thinking some 2-3 years before, but so many good things have happened, my dear students, for the education at various the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Sometime before, I must say that there was a feeling that the Swachhata and these are some NGOs and some such people can do. But many such approaches, the digital India, the startup India, some such word were only restrained to education institution, Honorable Chief Minister. But here, I must say that, at the government level, this kind of thought process, we compliment the government also on this, your government to take such initiatives. And IITs and those people, they were talking on startups and digital, but I think we at MIT also, we are very fortunate and we feel very happy that the AICT recently said that the yoga is a compulsory part. Industry immersion, 7 months industry immersion for the engineering or for BB or for other branches too. So very unique approaches we have adopted, Honorable Chief Minister, and that's how we are confident that this very first prestigious, this very golden scholar batch of MIT World Peace University will definitely come up with the great colors. And this year, this transformation, I must compliment all my team. Honorable Chief Minister, I was chasing you for the University Act to be passed. And I want to say that because time was passing and we wanted to communicate to the whole world and India that here is MIT Pune now, it has become the MIT World Peace University, and time was very short. I must tell all of you, with the support of all my staff, student directors, teachers, and everybody, just imagine it has become a case study. A lot of academicians said that in 2 months' time, how can there be 1 lakh inquiries we generated, and through that, these forms we communicated to the country and everybody, and some 4,500 admissions we enrolled, with a prestigious, the merit. So I really compliment all my team also who has worked very hard. And this very MIT World Peace University will be the mother of various institutions for the peace program. And I feel the kind of approaches what we have adopted here, Honorable Chief Minister, those approaches, all the universities must think, how can we do that? Because it is nothing new. It is not because we have just changed our name to World Peace Center to MIT World Peace University or MIT, but this very ethos and thought is very much there since 1996 and before that also. And we have the human dynamics module was imbibed long back in the first batches also in 1983 when Dr. Karad sir enrolled the first batch. And that first batch was a meritorious batch, and that's how this history is created. And now, with this very important Golden Scholar batch of MIT World Peace University, I'm very, very sure that in the days to come, this will become a benchmark for the future batches of our MIT World Peace University. I compliment each one of you, all the students, the guests from City of Pune, all the teachers, academicians, directors, and everybody. And once again, from my bottom of heart, I say thank you so much, Honorable Chief Minister, for bestowing that faith and confidence in my institution. And we will prove that in the days to come, we will work in that direction where the government and the society, the way in which the complete Indian diaspora and everybody, the way they are looking at India, that and we give that reciprocation that yes, we are also ready for the whole world and the globe with this MIT World Peace University. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And as you rightly said, this particular transformation of MIT to Dr. Vishwanath Karad, MIT World Peace University, in itself is proving to be a case study wherein in such a small time, how this kind of transformation is possible. And I'm sure somebody will definitely write a case study formally on this particular example. Well, my friends, I'm really happy to share with you that we are about to receive His Holiness Dada J.P. Vaswani ji. He has already reached the backstage and he'll be coming on stage now, and of course we will welcome him. Please welcome Honorable Dr. Dada J.P. Vaswani ji with a big round of applause and definitely a standing ovation. He is the youngest member on the stage. A big round of applause.
Youngest member, very good. Tell he is 99 years young today.
A big round of applause should continue, my friends. A 99 years old young man. We are really, really thankful that he is here today to bless us with his presence. His presence in itself is a blessing for all of us. A big round of applause once again, my friends. And let us continue with one of the most important traditions of our institute, and that is welcoming all the guests. I would request Honorable Professor Dr. V.D. Karad sir along with Professor Rahul Karad sir to welcome and felicitate all our guests, starting with the chief guest of today's function, Honorable Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji. A big round of applause for the Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra and the chief guest of today's function. A big round of applause, my friends. The applause should continue. A big round of applause as is being felicitated with the statue of Sri Ganesh. I would now request sir to kindly felicitate the very special guest of today's function, Dr. Michael Nobel. A big round of applause for Dr. Michael Nobel, the entrepreneur, expert on energy issues and founder of Nobel Sustainability Trust, former chairman of Nobel Charitable Trust. It's really our honor to have you here today, sir. Thank you very much. I would now request sir to kindly felicitate Dr. Raghunath Mashelkar, sir. Padma Vibhushan, President of Global Research Alliance, National Research Professor, and Chairman of Advisory Council. A big round of applause. I would now request sir to kindly felicitate Honorable Professor Dr. Vijay P. Bhatkar sir, Padma Bhushan and Chancellor of Nalanda University. A big round of applause, my friends. A person who's a standing, living example of combination of science and spirituality. I would now request sir to kindly felicitate Honorable Dr. Arun Nigvekar sir, the Senior Advisor and Trustee of Science and Technology Park, University of Pune, and former Chairman of UGC. Thank you very much. I would now request sir to kindly felicitate Talayogi Pandit Suresh Talwalkarji, Padma Shri Award recipient, an accomplished tabla artist and expert musicologist. A big round of applause for Talayogi Pandit Suresh Talwalkarji. I now request sir to kindly felicitate Shri Nanik Rupaniji, the Chairman of Neutron Electronic Systems and former President of Indian Merchants Chamber. A big round of applause for Honorable Shri Nanik Rupaniji. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I would now request sir to kindly felicitate Shri Raju Manthanaji, the founder and CEO of Bluepal Solutions Private Limited. His contribution towards forming the peace programs at MIT-WPU University are commendable. A big round of applause for Shri Raju Manthanaji. I would request sir to kindly felicitate Honorable Shri Shrikant Bharatiyaji, OSD to Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra and a renowned motivational speaker. A big round of applause for Shrikant Bharatiyaji and his support, relentless support I would say, towards our causes. I would now request sir to kindly felicitate Dr. Roshan Lal Raina ji, the President and Vice Chancellor of J.K. Lakshmipat University. A very special person on the stage, and that is Honorable Professor Dr. Jai P. Gore sir, the Principal Transformation Advisor and inaugural Vice Chancellor nominee of Dr. Vishwanath Karad, MIT World Peace University. A big round of applause for Dr. Jai P. Gore sir. Request Padma Bhushan Dr. Vijay P. Bhatkar sir, the Chancellor of Nalanda University and father of Param Computer, to express his thoughts.
Most venerated Dadaji, Honorable CM, who is about to inaugurate this great university now, the new university, Professor Vishwanath Karad, MIT World Peace University, my dear friend and my guide and philosopher, mentor, Dr. Mashelkar, and several distinguished people who are present on this momentous occasion. And most importantly, the people whom I am seeing before me, and particularly the the students of the new university. My dear friends, it's a great moment of fulfillment. Certainly, it's a great moment for Professor Vishwanath Karad, whose name this university is bearing now. But all of us, it's a fulfillment of a great journey from several years. I remember when MIT was celebrating 25 years, and talking on that occasion, I felt, I shared my views, my dream with Professor Karad, that one day, this great institution, MIT College of Engineering, which has earned a great name in engineering field, engineering education, will be transformed into a world peace university. And that dream I am able to see today, realize is a great day of fulfillment. Friends, this century belongs to India. There is no question of that. And we are going to see that how India will shape itself and shape the world in this century. You know, thousands of years back, India created the world's first universities. And we listen to them, we hear of them. Takshashila, Nalanda, Vikramshila, and the whole list was there. Today, such universities are being resurrected. 1857, when Britishers came, the first modern universities got set up. Calcutta, Madras, and many more. When we began the journey of education from independence onwards, I was very pleased to report to you that today, from independence to 70 years of journey, we have set up the largest infrastructure, one of the largest infrastructure, the second and third, perhaps the largest education infrastructure of the world. Today is a moment in that, a milestone in that frame. We created great institutions like IITs. We create great institutions like NITs, ISERs, many good universities. So on. But we have to create now new generation of universities in the private sector. We have a large number of universities emerging now. 80% of higher education is in the private sector. Dr. Vishwanath Karad had begun that journey for the privatization of engineering colleges. And engineering college was, my MIT Engineering College was set up with that dream. Yesterday, day before yesterday, I was in a MHRD and we were discussing. See, we have central universities, we have centrally funded technical universities, we have NITs, we have ISERs, so on. But can we create high quality universities, new universities in the private sector? For the first time, MHRD Secretary admitted that we are now really creating good universities in the private sector. This is a good realization. I said that we must fund in terms of research and development, not only our IITs, not only our central institutions, we should also fund good private universities and make them world class. I see a dream of world class universities in the university that is being inaugurated. Rahul, we have to make really a world class university. We should be proud of it. Maharashtra should be proud of it. And the day we can create universities of this kind, as has been created in many countries, then, of course, truly, India will once again rise. And as Dr. Abdul Kalam had a dream, that when this will happen, when India will become an advanced country, the day India creates, the great Maharashtra, states like Maharashtra create great universities, and MIT is a dream of that kind. Rahul, we have to fulfill that dream which I have seen. We are creating great universities, which we created thousands of years back, and today the mantle is in your hands. So I wish you all the best. MIT will, I think, the fulfillment has to come from teachers, students, administrators, and many new innovative experiments should come from this. We should really shape, transform our lives. The universities that can transform the lives of these students are the great universities. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best on this great occasion.
Thank you very much, sir. A big round of applause for Dr. Vijay P. Bhatkar, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your blessings. And now, the moment for which we all were waiting. I would now request Honorable Shri Rahul Karad, sir, to initiate the inaugural moment.
Hello. I request Honorable Chief Minister to formally inaugurate this very important Dr. Vishwanath Karad, MIT World Peace University, my technical team I will request him to click the button so that the logo can be unveiled formally. कुठं टॅप करायचं? अच्छा, व्हिडिओवरती सर.
Big round of applause as Dr. Vishwanath Karad, MIT World Peace University is formally inaugurated at the hands of Honorable Chief Minister. A big round of applause.
Thank you so much.
I would now request the chief guest of today's function to unveil the brochure of Dr. Vishwanath Karad, MIT World Peace University. A big round of applause once again, my friends, as the very first information brochure of Dr. Vishwanath Karad, MIT World Peace University inaugurates. A big round of applause is expected, isn't it, my friends? I request all the dignitaries to open the first page also. Thank you very much. I would now request all the dignitaries on the dais to kindly come forward for lighting the traditional lamp, which will mark the traditional inauguration of Dr. Vishwanath Karad, MIT World Peace University. A very important moment. This is how exactly any work is accomplished. A team spirit to accomplish any task. Such a beautiful moment it was. I request all the dignitaries to kindly come forward for lighting the traditional lamp. It's really our honor and privilege that all these dignitaries are present here today. What a beautiful moment, my friends. Honorable CM holding hands with Vaswani ji for lighting the traditional lamp. Such a beautiful moment. A big round of applause, my friends, as the university formally inaugurates. Such a wonderful gesture of the Chief Minister. A big round of applause to the Chief Minister once again. The moments we all should cherish in our memories for lifetime. Dr. Noble, Vaswani ji, Chief Minister, a wonderful moment in each one of our lives. Thank you very much. My dear friends, with all these proceedings, with the permission of Chief Guest, I would like to formally announce that Dr. Vishwanath Karad, MIT World Peace University is now inaugurated. Once again, a big round of applause for each one of us. As we all know, peace is the most important word for this entire humanity, and our name, Dr. Vishwanath Karad, MIT World Peace University, is working towards the world peace. With this inauguration, with all this tremendous work that we all have put in last so many years, it's now time for us that we all experience the moment of peace. I request each one of you to rise in your seats, close your eyes, and experience the moment of peace. I request each one of you to rise in your seats, close your eyes, and chant Omkar towards the world peace. I request my technical team to relay. Thank you. And now it's time when I invite a person who has put in his entire life for the mission of world peace, and today he's here to witness his dreams to realize. The person who actually created with his own hands every single thing that you see around yourselves, a person who devoted his entire life towards the well-being of humanity through education, a person who believed that this union of science, spirituality will bring the peace and harmony to mankind. Please put your hands together and welcome with a big round of applause Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karat sir, the UNESCO chairholder, founder president of MIT World Peace University, the founder executive president of World Peace Center. A big round of applause, my friends. Any applaud that we make would be insufficient.
It's okay. Friends, it truly fills my heart with a sense of pride and pleasure, and a tremendous sense of satisfaction on this very unique occasion of the establishment of the first MIT World Peace University, and being established and inaugurated at the hands of the Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, a very learned, scholarly, most transparent personality of Maharashtra and India, Sri Devendraji Fadnavis. And what a good fortune, friends, that to bless this occasion, we have one of the noblest heart and a soul and a person, Dada J.P. Vaswani. For him, give him a big clap, please. For him, you may not know, one of the most unique person, possibly, who has been really, with his purity of mind, purity of thought and purity in action, he has been living his life for the well-being of the mankind. And what a good fortune again, friends, that because of our very close friend and Rahul's very close associate, Dr. Rupani ji, we never expected, but Dr. Honorable Michael Noble, the family of the Nobel Peace Prize Committee, the former chairman, is present here on this occasion when we have been talking about the World Peace University, and that too being coupled with the MIT, the technological institution, the engineering institution, the management institution, whatever you call, and maybe possibly for the first time, such a concept of networking of the role of science and spiritual component of life, which has been the mission which was adopted by this institution, by the MIT group of institutions in 1983, on the basis of the words of wisdom spoken by the great noble son of India, Swami Vivekananda. I have no words really, friends, again, that this is our ideal. Since beginning, this institution is trying to understand this essence and philosophy of world religions, and trying to understand that all the religious scriptures of the world, of different religions like Bhagavad Gita, the Holy Bible, Holy Quran, Holy Tripitak, Holy Guru Granth Sahib, you can take the names, and we have a realization and understanding because of my esteemed friend and a brother, Dr. Vijay Bhatkar sir, one of the leading scientists of not only India but the whole world, a very saintly person, but having an appropriate understanding through his computer and IT and particle physics, who has been trying to give a wonderful message to the whole world. And what a good fortune that Dr. Mashalkar and Dr. Vijay Bhatkar have been trying to help us, encourage us to champion this very cause which is worthy of what Mother India stands for. On this occasion, I can only say, friends, not to be egoistic or unnecessarily proud of, but certainly having a pleasure and a happiness in the mind and a satisfaction, as I said initially, that in the year 1897, the great noble son of India, Swami Vivekananda, had said to the world community, first in 1983, the first sentence was, friends, remember, union of science and religion oblique spirituality alone will help to bring harmony and peace to mankind. दुनिया को शांति, सुख, समाधान का रास्ता दिखाएगा विज्ञान और अध्यात्म का समन्वय, और वही सिद्धांत है जिस पे ये संस्था काम करती है. मुझे बहुत खुशी है कि the same great noble son had also predicted in 1897 and told the world that 21st century will be the century of India, my mother India. And friends, remember, he predicted further. He told the world community, all the scholars, thinkers, philosophers, scientists, men of religion, men of philosophy, that in this century, Mother India, my Mother India, is going to emerge as a knowledge quarter of the whole world, and possibly will show the pathway of harmony and peace to mankind. ये वाचा सिद्धि बोला जाता है. स्वामी विवेकानंद का ये जो शब्द है, वो सही रास्ता दिखाने वाला शब्द है. इसके माध्यम से मुझे लगता है कि मुझे विश्वास है कि this establishment of the first World Peace University under the banner of MIT is going to contribute a little. It's a historic beginning possibly, and we will try to prove our worthiness, because now the responsibility begins. In this way, when we have been talking so much about science and spiritual component for promoting this culture of peace in the world, promoting the humanity, the well-being of the whole society, development of holistic, peace-loving society. So many words can be spoken, friends, but I appeal to my students in the words of Rahul, who has been telling this is the first golden batch, and possibly the students have taken admissions in this World Peace University with a hope and expectation. Their mother and father have been waiting that my son, my daughter will come out with the different colors and possibly show a very unique picture of what Mother India stands for. भारतीय संस्कृति, भारतीय परंपरा, भारतीय तत्वज्ञान जो ज्ञान विज्ञानाधिष्ठित है, लेकिन गलत फहमी हो गई. इसको ब्लाइंड फेथ कहा गया, धार्मिक कहा गया. शायद it is your duty and my duty and the duty of the great people sitting on the dais, possibly has a duty to perform like what we call as a religion. Religion has been defined as the duty the duty toward the mother, the father, the family, the society, the nation, and the whole world, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. What a wonderful concept. 10,000 years back this was spoken. Not the global village concept which is being spoken now. It's so good fortune for us, friends, that the Honorable Chief Minister Devendraji Fadnavis, who has been personally present in spite of his busy schedule, we are grateful. This is a very historic occasion, and possibly a person who has been so transparent with his purity of mind, purity of thought, and purity in each and every action. This person has been trying to contribute its share for the well-being and welfare of this society of Maharashtra, not only Maharashtra, but maybe possibly for the whole of India and the whole of the world. Thank you, friends. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. A big round of applause once again for our founder, president. A big round of applause. Thank you very much. I would now request Honorable Dr. Raghunath Mashelkar, sir, Padma Vibhushan, President of Global Research Alliance, National Research Professor, and Chairman of Advisory Council Expert Panel of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, and former Director General of CSIR, to kindly address the gathering.
Our Honorable and most beloved Chief Minister of Maharashtra, most revered Dadaji, one and only Professor Vishwanath Karad, because of whose dream we are all here today, Dr. Michael Noble, my very, very dear friend Vijay Bhatkar, Professor Jay Gore, Rahul Karad, and my young friends, ladies and gentlemen. Very special day in my life. Such a university, such a unique university being launched today, which is the need of the hour. And I'm very happy that in this 21st century, this is the first time such a university is being launched anywhere in the world, MIT World Peace University. I must also say that it's a special honor to be sitting on the right-hand side of most revered Dadaji. That doesn't happen very often. I must make 3 points very quickly because I know that you are all eager to hear revered Dadaji and our most beloved Chief Minister. The first part is Professor Vishwanath Karad always talked about science and spirituality. Science deals with the external world, spirituality deals with the word inside. The greatest of scientists of all time, the man of the 20th century, as he was called, Albert Einstein had said that science without religion is lame and religion without science is blind. In fact, his belief was so much, and I will quote him. He says, everyone who is seriously involved in the pursuit of science becomes convinced that a spirit is manifested in the laws of the universe, a spirit vastly superior to that of man, and one in the face of which we all believe that such great powers, we with modest powers, must feel humble. And therefore, one of the first things this university will do is to create the students of the future who are well-rounded, who have a holistic view of life. The second point is about peace. Avoidance of conflict, avoidance of war has been considered as peace, but peace has a new definition. I mean, if you see the 1970 Nobel Peace Prize, who did it go to? It went to Norman Borlaug, who brought the Green Revolution, all right? Making sure that there are no hungry people left. That would have been otherwise conflict. If you see, for example, 2006, the prize was given to the International Panel on Climate Change. Because if you ask me, what are the two things that are threatening most the future of the world in the 21st century? I would say number one is climate change, and the second one is inequality. Okay? And therefore, when we talk about Peace University, this university is going to look at these problems in a very different way. For example, look at the problem of inequality. How do we make sure that despite inequality, income inequality and other inequalities, how do we give access to education, to health, to nutrition, to water, to the whole world? And therefore, the foundations of this new university will be based on both excellence and the relevance to the entire humanity, not to just some lucky few. So I would say this is a very futuristic university. The last point I want to make is that the world is changing very rapidly, and so has to change our educational system. And therefore, I'm very happy to see someone of the eminence of Jai Gore actually looking at the transformation. And what is this transformation at the end? Look at the student. They must move from completing to creating, not just complete your homework, create something new. They must move from consuming to producing, not just consume the knowledge that is given to you, produce new knowledge, become partner in knowledge production. They must move from isolation to collaboration, collective creation. They must move from answering to questioning, a new spirit. And for that, learning by rote to learning by doing, but not doing just exactly what the teacher told you, learning by creating and learning by co-creating. This university will be looking at these new paradigms. And for that, we require new teachers. I'm sure Professor Gore's attention must be on that, because teachers who are not teacher-centered, but student-driven. Teachers who don't believe in mass production, but mass communication. Teachers who are not just presenters, but facilitators. Teachers who don't be telling, but who will be listening. And teachers who are not just content experts, but process experts. So therefore, you are looking at a truly transformative university, which is on the anvil, which will set absolutely new standards. I do believe that a new inclusive word is what we need, and this MIT World Peace University, may I dare say, would be MIT Inclusive World University, because that is where the peace lies. And I must, again, at the end, thank Professor Karad for his vision. I have known him from 1983, 17 plus 17, 34 years. I know how passionate he feels about this concept, so this is a very special day, not only in his life, in my life, in the life of all the friends, in the life of this society, this nation. Thank you very much for making a part of it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And now it's time when I invite the youngest person, the messenger of peace, for expressing his thoughts at this particular occasion. It is so fortunate for us that we have the living legend, the messenger of peace at the inauguration of World Peace University. It's so important for us to understand what exactly it all means. But before I do that, I would request my technical team to relay a small film on Dada J.P. Vaswani ji.
Universally acclaimed as a humanitarian, philosopher, educator, acclaimed writer, powerful orator, messiah of ahimsa, and non-sectarian spiritual leader, Dada J.P. Vaswani has captivated the hearts of millions worldwide. In the eyes of many, Dada J.P. Vaswani is a man who symbolizes the true spirit of India, of the Rishis, as a harbinger of love, peace and hope. He heads a well-known spiritual organization, the Sadhu Vaswani Mission. In 1966, when Sadhu T.L. Vaswani shed his physical body, he passed on the baton to Dada J.P. Vaswani. Dada Vaswani is the author of over 50 books in English and many more in other languages. His writing reveals practical tips on happy, successful, spiritual, and non-violent living. Dada has spoken from many prestigious platforms, including the World Parliament of Religions in Chicago, the World Hindu Conference in Colombo, the Global Forum of Spiritual Leaders and Parliamentarians at Kyoto, and also at the United Nations and the House of Commons in London. Dada Vaswani received the Utah Peace Award in April 1998 for his dedicated service to the cause of world peace. Dadaji is endowed with the gift of oratory and eloquence. We are honored to welcome Sri Dada J.P. Vaswani to the 4th Bharatiya Chhatra Sansad.
A big round of applause once again for His Holiness Dada J.P. Vaswani ji. His special felicitation is on way, and we'll be felicitating him with a citation of honor. I would read few lines of it. A big round of applause, my friends. MIT-WPU University is pleased to award this citation to Dada J.P. Vaswani ji for his noble mission of spreading message of harmony and culture of peace in the world. We also appreciate his extraordinary contribution to the society in the fields of education, medical care, animal welfare, village upliftment, relief and rehabilitation of women. MIT-WPU University, with utmost reverence to and respect towards Dada J.P. Vaswani's life mission, feels privileged and honored to award this citation of honor on him at the hands of Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji, Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, on Saturday, 12th August 2017, on the occasion of inauguration of MIT-WPU University. A big round of applause once again. Thank you very much. And it's time when I request the chief guest of today's function, Honorable Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji, the Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, to express his mind. But before I do that, I would request my technical team to relay a small film.
Devendra Fadnavis is the second youngest Chief Minister in the history of Maharashtra and 18th Chief Minister of the state. As a politician, he believes that power lies with the people and working for them is the only way he can empower himself. Being an ABVP active member during college days, he started his political career at a grassroots level where he painted walls and stuck promotional political posters. At the age of 22, he fought his first public election and emerged victorious to be elected as Corporator of Nagpur Municipal Corporation. He was also the second youngest mayor elected in India when he served as the mayor of Nagpur at the age of 27 in 1997. He is also the only person to be re-elected as the mayor in Council of the State of Maharashtra. In 1999, he entered the state election as he was elected to the Maharashtra State Assembly for the first time. He is currently serving his 4th term as MLA as of 2014. Politics to him is an instrument to bring socio-economic change in the lives of people. He has been found adamant when things come to honesty and development of his party or state. Being elected as the first Chief Minister of BJP in Maharashtra, he has expectations from large population, but has also received support and blessings to accomplish his goal. We are honored to welcome Honorable Shri Devendra Fadnavis.
Please put your hands together and welcome with a big round of applause the chief guest of today's function, Honorable Devendra Fadnavis ji. First of all, we thank him for his continuous support.
नमस्कार. पद्मविभूषण श्री रघुनाथ माशेलकर जी, पद्मविभूषण श्री विजय भाटकर जी, the most inspiring personality on the dais, Dada J.P. Vaswani ji, Honorable Shri Vishwanath Karad ji, Dr. Jay Gore ji, my friend Rahul Karad, Michael Noble ji, Suresh Tarwalkar ji, Nanik Rupani ji, Roshan Lal Raina ji, Mangesh Karad ji, P.B. Joshi ji, Suchitra Nagre ji, Jyoti Dhakne ji, Nana Kulkarni ji, Suresh Ghesas ji, all the dignitaries on the dais, and dear friends, it gives me immense pleasure to inaugurate India's first World Peace University. I must congratulate Dr. Vishwanath Karad, Rahul Karad, and the entire Karad family for not just having a dream to have a World Peace University, but also putting all efforts to make the dream come true. And today is a day when all of us are watching a historic moment when first of its kind, the World Peace University in India has come into existence. Friends, Dr. Karad has been always propagating that education cannot be mere imparted as education, but it has to be accompanied by values. And he is very right. Education without values is just information. But when education comes with values, it becomes knowledge. What separates human beings from machines? Human beings have emotion. Machines do not have. Maybe Dr. Bhatkar can tell me that now the artificial intelligence can also have emotions. I do not know. But what I usually know, that human beings have emotions, but the machines do not. And that is something which separates us from the machines. Because if we inculcate values amongst our people, amongst our youthful generation, I think an entire generation based on values can change the entire world. Machines behave as they are programmed. You can program a machine, you can use a computer for good and bad. You can use internet for good and bad, because they do not have values. They do not have the knowledge. It's all information. But when we inculcate values amongst humans, the humans change and they understand why they exist. And always a human being wanted to know what is the reason of its existence. The entire lifespan of a human being also revolves behind the question of its own existence. And I think with such universities, which not only imparts technical knowledge, which not only imparts different type of knowledges, but also teaches us what the values are, why and where we need to use this knowledge. And I think that is the difference which this World Peace University is going to create. I'm really happy that this World Peace University has come into existence in the state of Maharashtra. And I feel honored that the government of Maharashtra, through its act, has enacted the law for this university to come into existence. And I'm sure we need many more such universities in the world. In fact, what is peace? Once, to a knowledgeable person, it was asked that you always talk of peace, but where is the peace? Everybody is at war. There is so much of friction in the entire world. We do not see peace anywhere. We see only friction, friction, and friction. The person who was knowledgeable, he just laughed. He smiled and he said, there's no friction at all. And then he gave an example that in a dark room, if two people collide and start beating each other without knowing each other, and a lamp is lit, and they come to know that we are brothers, we know each other, they stop fighting, they hug each other, and they start collaborating with each other. He said, the world is like this. It's a darkness of ignorance. We do not know. Each one of us is related to every single person of the society. We are part of this whole universe, part of nature, part of society. All of us are brothers and sisters. It is only this ignorance of darkness which compels us to have friction, to have wars. The moment the light of knowledge comes, the moment you are enlightened and you know that there is no place for a friction, there is only harmony, harmony, and harmony. And once this harmony is inculcated in the human beings, there is no war, there is no friction, and everybody is at peace. I think these values, once they are inculcated amongst the people, that look at the harmony of the nature. Nature gives us oxygen. We inhale, we exhale carbon dioxide. Trees inhale carbon dioxide, they exhale oxygen, and again that oxygen goes to the nature, and this cycle continues. This cycle is the harmony, and if we inculcate this harmony into our lives, I think the world will be a better place to live. And I'm sure that the university will not only impart world-class education, but along with the education, it will make every student knowledgeable. It will have a knowledge of values. It will have knowledge that will preserve the world, that will conserve the nature and make the world a better place to live. I would once again like to congratulate Dr. Karad for all his endeavors. For past so many years, he has been trying to establish not just education, but a different type of education. And now we can proudly say that MIT has always been on forefront of doing new experiments, doing taking new policy initiatives, and this initiative makes it absolutely different from other universities. So congratulations, Dr. Karad, congratulations, Rahul, and I'm really grateful that you gave me the opportunity to inaugurate this university of its kind. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.
Sir, thank you very much. Once again, a big round of applause. I would request sir to please stay there. I request all the students to rise in their seats. It's time when we commit ourselves to the cause and the mission of university.
What a fantastic speech, Gautam. I think let us give a big round of applause to Honorable Chief Minister. A young, dynamic, and the kind of the spirit he expresses always through his speeches. The previous speeches also from this very podium he has given in the Students' Parliament, National Teachers' Congress. He is inculcated, National Teacher Congress is one very important initiative, which was only his effort. I must tell you that he wrote a letter to all the Chief Ministers of Maharashtra that we require one such forum. and he supported this National Teachers Congress idea, Indian Students Parliament idea. I'm thankful to you, sir. So let us have an oath today for this MIT World Peace University. I request everybody at the back side also. And we all just raise our hand. Honorable Chief Minister, may I just request you to raise the hand, and I will. We, the students of Golden Scholar Batch of MIT World Peace University, aspire to become the leaders of positive change. We support the university philosophies, values, faith, and facilities. By affirming that, we embrace the university foundations of faith in value-based universal education system and its expectations from us to stand for the eternal human values and world peace. As a component, as a competent global citizens, we will participate in all campus activities, enrich the campus culture, and uphold the discipline, decorum, and decency in accordance with the ideals set forth by the university. We will strive for excellence by encouraging free and open inquiry and preserve our academic integrity by maintaining the highest ethical standards in our studies. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Once again, a big round of applause for Honorable Chief Minister, sir. Thank you. And I would now request the spiritual guru and head of Sadhu Vaswani Mission, the youngest living legend, His Holiness Dada J.P. Vaswani ji, to express his thoughts. I request everyone to maintain the decorum and remain seated. Maintain the decorum of the ceremony. I request everyone to remain seated. We are the students of Dr. Vishwanath Karad, MIT World Peace University. I can see students standing behind. I request once again each one of you to remain seated and take your seats back. Thank you.
Friends and fellow devotees of the Lord, namaskars to everyone. I feel grateful to you for the beautiful shawl that you have given to me. I feel tempted to keep it, but I have a number of shawls already. A person needs only 2 shawls, one for wearing, one for washing. I will therefore request Brother Rahul to kindly pass this on to some poor old woman who is in need.
Dadaji, thank you, Dadaji.
Who is in need of it. Yeah. It is such a joy to be in your midst today. Let my first word be a word of gratitude. I feel grateful to the organizers of this beautiful and meaningful meeting. I feel especially grateful to Sri Rahul Karan for having called me here and given me an opportunity of meeting you all and of associating myself with a function which I value highly. Sri Rahul is a man of dynamism, of devotion, of dedication, and he believes, as I believe, that in this age, which is a revolutionary age, without a spiritual influence and without a spirit of sympathy and brotherliness, the result may be a catastrophe. Friends, as you all know, we are met together to inaugurate a new type of a university, the Dr. Vishwanath Karat World Peace University. Dr. Vishwanath is one of the most brilliant stars in India's firmament of education. He does his work in silence. He is a lover of silence. He has realized that the purpose of life is not to be happy. The purpose of life is not to be happy, but to make others happy. Friends, as I have traveled from country to country, it has seemed to me that what the nations need today is a new type of education. Today the emphasis seems to be on politics, but politics never changed a nation. Politics can touch only the outer aspects of a nation. What we need is a change from within. It is not politics that can touch the nation, but it is education. Education directed by men and woman of light. An education which teaches that life is larger than livelihood. That the end of knowledge is not gains in silver and gold, in jobs and careers, but in service and sacrifice. The age we live in has been described as an age of science. Today man stands on a planet of limitless promise. Today man has entered a new age, the space age as we call it. He has set foot on the moon. His rockets go flying the distant planets. He has stationed satellites in space. Today man has reached a zenith of technological brilliance. He has probed the secrets of the atom. He has measured the depths of the sea. He has unraveled the mysteries of his body and mind. Yet is he confused as to his real being and purpose. He is faced with a terrible loneliness, and his heart is stirred with 1,000 fears which he cannot name. Brain power, it is true, has been developed. Science is marching on. Technological progress has been made. But the problems that are before civilization today, those problems will not be solved by the developed brain alone. Illumined hearts are needed. Current education has failed because our emphasis is merely on words. We do nothing to train our emotions. When a person commits a crime, we send him to jail. Instead of sending him to a jail, why not send him to an institution where he may be taught how to live in the right way? But why not send him to such an institution first, so that he never commits a crime at all? I believe that this new university will teach students, among other things, to have self-confidence, to do hard work, to believe in God as a helper and a friend, to pray, to meditate, and to face any situation that crops up with courage and with faith, and never to give up. The path that leads to peace is a long one and not an easy one. So it is that I regard today as a blessed day, and I give kudos to Brother Rahul and to Uncle Vishwanath for having laid today the foundation of peace. The superstructure has not even begun. I believe a new age is dawning, a new age when love and peace will be established upon this earth. I don't merely believe it. I can almost hear the new age knocking on the doors of our hearts. All we need is to open our hearts, and we will have this age of peace and harmony and understanding. Remember, the door opens from inside, not from outside. Peace has three dimensions. Peace within our own selves, peace among the nations, and peace with nature. The first dimension of peace is peace within. May I say to you, peace is our original nature. We are made of peace. Each one of us is Sat Chit Ananda. The joy, Ananda, the joy, that the bliss that no ending knows. This is our original state. We have only to rediscover this state, get back to it. A little child asked his father, "Father, what is war that I hear so much about?" The father tried to explain the meaning of war to his son. Suppose America quarreled with Russia. He had not even finished when his wife butted in and said, "But this is not true. America and Russia are not quarreling with each other." The father said, "I know, my dear, but this is only a hypothetical illustration." The mother said, "But you are misleading the child." The father said, "No, I am not misleading the child. I am only explaining to him." The mother said, "You are misleading the child." The father said, "I tell you, I am not misleading the child. You really infuriate me. How can you be so annoying?" At this, the child said to the father, "Never mind, Daddy, I think I understand now." The first dimension is the dimension of peace within. Our hearts need to be filled with peace. It is only then that we shall have peace outside. The second dimension of peace is peace among the nations. Gurudev Sadhu Swami said, "How can we have peace when the hearts of men are a volcano?" Peace can be brought about only by change of heart, a change of attitude among men. We will get peace only when we are willing to emulate the ideals of sympathy, brotherhood, understanding, and equality. The third dimension of peace is peace with nature. How can the world be at peace when we are threatened by natural disasters which are perpetuated by man's negligence and greed? It is man's responsibility to protect the environment, to preserve the ecological balance. It is a sacred duty to see that the integrity and diversity of nature is maintained. For to destroy nature is to destroy mankind. A reverence for nature is essential. A reverence for nature will help us to survive on this planet. The task that lies before us is to build a new world, a world without wars, a world without want, a world in which peace and joy will be every man, woman, and child's birthright. The task is to create peace or we shall perish. The choice is ours. And who will build this brave new world? The young men of today, the students of today, teach them to move on the path of peace. I do hope the world Peace University will help train and mentor this new generation of young men and women who will lead the world into an era of peace and prosperity. As I bring my little talk to a close, I invoke God's benedictions on this new venture. May it move on from success to greater success. Great movements have all started in a small way. May the seed sown today by the selfless and altruistic hands of this dedicated pair, Sri Vishwanath and Sri Rahul, soon grow into a huge sheltering tree under which thousands may come and seek their rest. Om Shanti, peace. And never forget, सोई सच्चा मराठा जो गरीबों के दे दाल और आटा.
A big round of applause and a standing ovation, my friends.
Thank you.
A
Please
99
give a standing
years.
ovation. A young and restless Dada Sadhu Vaswani ji. We bow down, Dadaji. We love you. Thank you so much for your participation, and we all are honored. And I must say that a great spiritual experience, the science and spirituality, what Swami Vivekananda said long back, and with that mission, Dr. Karad sir, he is working continuously with all the team members, and what a good fortune, Dadaji. Thank you so much. We love you all. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. 99 years old, and I would like to share with all of us here what Honorable Prime Minister of our nation had said when he completed 99 years. I would request my technical team to relay a small film.
दादा वासवानी के लाखों भक्तों के लिए उनकी निर्मल और निश्चल मुस्कान चिर परिचित है. उनकी सरलता, सहजता का अनुभव आप सबकी तरह मुझे भी हुआ. करीब 27 वर्ष पूर्व यूनाइटेड नेशंस का एक वर्ल्ड रिलीजन कॉन्फ्रेंस में अमेरिका में मैं दादा के साथ था. उनसे निकट रहने का अवसर मिला. अनेक विषयों पर विचार विमर्श करने का अवसर मिला. राष्ट्र निर्माण, सामाजिक कर्तव्य, न जाने कितने कितने विषयों पर बातें हुई. 2013 में जब मैं गुजरात में मुख्यमंत्री था तो पुणे में साधु वासवानी कॉलेज ऑफ नर्सिंग का लोकार्पण दादा के साथ मिलकर के करने का मुझे अवसर मिला था. इस आयु में भी उनका प्यार इतना रहा कि पिछले वर्ष वो स्वयं दिल्ली आए, मेरे निवास स्थान पर आए और फिर एक बार उनसे समाज के अनेक महत्वपूर्ण विषय, शिक्षा हो, स्वास्थ्य हो, काफी देर तक उनसे बातें करने का मुझे सौभाग्य मिला. साथियों, दादा वासवानी का व्यक्तित्व हमारी संत परंपरा का एक पड़ाव है, एक अगली कड़ी है. उस आध्यात्मिक यात्रा को उन्होंने अपने जीवन कार्य के द्वारा, अपने प्रेम भरे संदेश के द्वारा उन्होंने जी करके दिखाया है. जब भी मैं उनसे मिलता हूं, उनके व्यक्तित्व में एक संतोष, विनम्रता और प्रेम की वास्तविक शक्ति का जीवंत अनुभव उनको मिलने वाला हर कोई कर सकता है. दूसरों पर अपना सर्वस्व न्यौछावर करने की प्रवृत्ति दादा वासवानी के जीवन का आधार रही है. दादा वासवानी की एक बात मुझे याद आती है. वो हमेशा कहा करते हैं, आप जितना भला कर सकते हैं करें, आप जितने लोगों का भला कर सकते हैं करें। आप जितने प्रकार से भला कर सकते हैं करें, और जितनी ज्यादा बार भला कर सकते हैं जरूर करें। दादा वासवानी के ये दिव्य वचन संपूर्ण मानवता के सशक्तिकरण का मार्ग खोलते हैं। हमारे समाज में कितने ही दिन दुखी, गरीब, दलित, पीड़ित, शोषित, वंचित हैं, वो अपनी स्थिति बदलने के लिए जूझ रहे हैं, संघर्ष कर रहे हैं, परिश्रम कर रहे हैं। साधु वासवानी मिशन इन्हें आगे बढ़ने के लिए, उनकी जिंदगी आसान बनाने के लिए बरसों से प्रयत्नशील है। मैं उनका हृदय से अभिनंदन करता हूं।
Thank you very much. Once again, a big round of applause for His Holiness Dada J.P. Vaswani ji. I would now request the Chairman of Neutron Electronic Systems and former President of Indian Merchant Chambers, Honorable Shri Nanik Rupani ji, to kindly address the gathering.
Dr. Vishwanath Karad, my dear friend Rahul Karad, Dr. Mashelkar, Dr. Bhatkar, I had a lot of opportunity to work with them. I feel so happy today that Rahul and Dr. Karad can collect any persons from all over the world here at one place. It is only because of Rahul I have been here. Generally, I am known to make people work. Even Dr. Mashelkar will know and Dr. Bhatkar. But I don't know, he makes me run so fast at this age, though I am double of his age. But it is a pleasure. I am happy that Dr. Michael Noble is here with us. And Dr. Karad said that Noble family has been doing a yeoman service to the society all over the world. I would be too happy if Dr. Michael Noble comes here and be with us. This assignment was given to us by Dr. Karad and Rahul, and we went to Stockholm and request Dr. Michael Noble to be with us. And I'm so happy, Dr. Michael Noble, that you have accepted our invitation to be here. I have seen Rahul talking to me. He thinks my father has made institutions. He has built monuments. It provides opportunity to thousands and lakhs of students. It has already, so many students have taken education from here. I want to see that this university becomes #1 in India. He thinks, let me try. Why can't no university in the world, no university in India can reach first 100? I am going to do it. And believe me, he has been working so hard. His dynamism, his dedication, devotion, commitment, and the way he is working, I think 24/7. And I'm sure he think, I want to do better than my father. I want his blessing on me. I want to do much better than my father has done. But he has been mentored to thousands and thousands of students. And under his mentorship, I will also achieve, I will also deliver, what my father has done for the society. And Rahul, we are all with you. And I'm sure in times to come, you will really achieve much more than what you have achieved. And the dignitaries present here, I think each and every one is an institution by themselves. We can talk volumes and volumes of their achievement, their commitment, what they have achieved. And I am really proud. I am honored to be with you, Rahul, here. And I'm sure in times to come, you will fulfill your dreams. And I wish you all the best. And this being the first world university in India with the blessings of Dada, who has blessed us, who has given an Ashirwad, I am sure this university will do wonders, not only in India, but all over the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Nanik Rupani ji. Well, I see a lot of movement back there. It's a sincere request once again. It's not a very good scene. I'm announcing it for the third time. I request you to maintain the decorum of this ceremony. Please settle down. With national anthem only, this ceremony would conclude. So till national anthem, I request each one to maintain the decorum and settle down in their respective seats. I would now request the Principal Transformation Advisor and Inaugural Vice Chancellor nominee of Dr. Vishwanath Karad, MIT World Peace University, Honorable Professor Dr. J.P. Gore sir, to kindly give the address.
Honorable UNESCO chairholder and my thermodynamics teacher, Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir. Honorable dignitaries on the dais and off, and faculty of MIT World Peace University, and especially students of MIT World Peace University. MIT's Pune colleges are becoming one under the umbrella of the MIT World Peace University, designated MIT-WPU for short. MIT-WPU is a comprehensive learning institution of higher education. Bright, sincere, diverse learners from all across India and indeed from all across the world have already joined the classes where the methods of learning, the context of learning is becoming global as well as local. Students will learn multiple disciplines, including humanities, economics, science, and technology, including information technology, engineering, and management. The STEM disciplines are critical to job and wealth creation in the new high technology economy in India as well as all around the world. At MIT-WPU, students will develop powerful winning personalities with healthy minds and healthy bodies, developed by a combination of yoga and meditation. Entrepreneurship for development will be built into the curriculum by teams of teachers being coached by experts from around the world. Our classrooms will have nearly 100% attendance. That's a promise we made to Vishwanath Ji Karad, and I am happy to report that we are able to keep it within 10%. When we visit the classrooms, deans and heads are telling us that 90% attendance has been observed. We have also committed that our students will not be able to take external classes. We are committing that our students will take 0% external classes, tuitions that are organized outside, because these tuitions sabotage the economy of a world peace university, economy of all universities that are making teaching, learning, keeping the curriculum current, connected to the current events, that is possible. We are informing the students that 50% of their grade is based on interactions during the class. In every class, if they are present, they are contributing to the discussion, they are contributing to the learning process of themselves as well as others, because the best learning occurs when you are able to teach what you learn to someone else. If this method is followed, 50% credit for attendance during the entire semester, automatically there is great deal of motivation for students to not miss class but not just for the sake of the grades. Some of the students may have been in classrooms where I have interacted with teams of teachers. The teams of teachers may be two, with a coach in the box. If you're playing doubles, tennis, maybe just one teacher, but coach in the box if you're playing singles tennis. The team may contain 11 players if you're playing game of cricket, if you're defending. But if you're on the offense, if you're batting, then the team again contains 2 players. What is important is that these players communicate to each other when to score, when to run. Otherwise, that system will not work. So team teaching is not easy. You could easily be run out if your team does not communicate with each other. Or you could score a century if your team communicates very well and win the cricket match. I have been going to different faculty and having conversations with them. One of the concepts that came up, some of the faculty colleagues said, what if both members of a team are sick? How can you guarantee that 0% missing of the class by teachers will occur? How could you guarantee that 100% to our founder and president, my former teacher, Kharad? So I said, here's how we are going to do this. Who are the 10 smartest students in this classroom? Please raise your hand. 15 hands went up. So I tried to make a diverse team, 10 individuals stepped up, and then we asked a tough question in the classroom. The first 2 answering that question, we said, you will be the team teachers. They did such a wonderful job that everybody stood up and clapped at the end of that team teaching. So indeed, team teaching is possible. More than anything else, both the students and the teachers will have some real fun learning and teaching if you participate in team teaching. I wish I could show you a video where in a faculty meeting of management and liberal arts teachers we had yesterday, in which the teachers were throwing and catching each other's handkerchiefs while laughing heartily. So team teaching is not just team building, not just sports, but you can have a lot of fun with team teaching if you engage in that. A year from now, the results will be out on if this system is working, because everything we do at MIT-WPU, we will measure in terms of its learning outcome. Let me end my remarks by thanking all those associated with MIT-WPU for working hard to make this day possible. And in a year from now, we'll report back on if the MIT-WPU system of learning, which is unique in the entire world, works. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much, sir. A big round of applause once again for Dr. Jai Gore, sir. Now I would like to invite a person who is very, very special for us. And before I invite him, I would like to introduce him to all of you. Please put your hands together for Dr. Michael Nobel. A big round of applause, my friends. Born in 1941 in Stockholm, Sweden, Dr. Michael Nobel is a member of the Nobel family and a great-grandson of industrialist and humanitarian Ludwig Nobel. He is the co-founder and former chairman of the Nobel Charitable Trust and currently serves on several international boards that focuses on scientific, medical, and charitable initiatives. He promotes energy efficiency and alternative energy technology. Dr. Nobel has also received the UNESCO Medal for Outstanding Contribution to the Cultural Dialogue between Many Nations. He was awarded the Casey Prize in 2010, an honor from the Philippines dedicated to those who contribute towards the attainment of peace and respect for human life and dignity. We are truly honored to welcome you, sir. A big round of applause once again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll be brief. We heard many good presentations, many valuable presentations. So I will be brief. We're reaching the end of our ceremony. But I would like to say that in my position as a guest professor at the Peace Research Institute at the Buddhist University in Japan, and a former chairman of a non-violence project, we reached millions of students on 5 continents around the world. And I'm particularly honored and pleased to have been invited by Professor Dr. Karad and his son and Mr. Rapani to attend this opening with you guys. Because it's an honor and a privilege for me to be here in such a distinguished assembly. Now, I think something very important is happening today because the school is dedicated to pursue the most noble and the worthwhile course in the world. And what is that, would you say? It's the creation of lasting peace for all of us. Creation of lasting peace. For our children, for us, for our fellow men and for women. This is the most important activity on earth, in my opinion. Because if you don't have peace, what good is it to have, housing and food over your head if you risk being killed? And now, the frightening thing we have seen today, after more than 70 years since atomic bombs were used, in Japan, that leaders of 2 countries threaten each other with nuclear exchange and annihilation of large, huge parts of their territory and even of the entire population of a particular country. This is so sad. No sane individual wants war. Almost all people on earth wants to live, including we want to live in peace and find comfort for ourselves and the families. Still, I'm sorry to say that at any given moment and all over the planet, mankind, your fellow man, is engaged in killing and maiming their fellow man. Armed struggles, terrorist acts, urban violence, armed struggles are frequently occurring even today. One would think that mankind has learned from hundreds of years of war and millions of lives lost, but no, we still go on. It is only through dedicated and concrete efforts of the kind that we are witnessing here today that a hope can be provided for a peaceful existence in the future, which we so often witness. I therefore warmly welcome, together with all of us, this inauguration today, and we congratulate warmly the founders and thought leaders for having chosen to continue the struggle for peace in the country of Mahatma Gandhi. To all of you, I bow my head in admiration and respect, and thank you profoundly for your courage and dedication. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much. A big round of applause once again, my friends. A big round of applause, please, and a standing ovation to Dr. Nobel. He has come all the way to participate in this inaugural ceremony. A big round of applause once again. Thank you. With this, we are coming towards the end of this particular ceremony, but I request everyone to remain seated for a few more minutes, because any work cannot be completed by one man. It's a team that works behind the success of any man or any mission. Today, whatever we have achieved in a matter of few days, to be very precise, less than 60 days, the transformation of MIT into Dr. Vishwanath Karad, MIT World Peace University, was not simple. There are many people, those who have worked days and days out, relentlessly to make all this that we see possible. And of course, the list of people, those who have worked, is so big because it's each one of you who has contributed towards this change. But I would like to request the 9 apostles, the 9 pillars, those who have contributed, those who have led this particular transformation to become what we are today. I would like to invite Professor Group Captain D.P. Apte sir, Dr. L.K. Kshirsagar sir, Dr. R.V. Pujari sir, Dr. P.D. Khandekar sir, Dr. Saili Gankar madam, Dr. Ravikumar Chitnis sir, Dr. Shailashri Haridas, Dr. Sudhir Gavhane ji, and Dr. Madhuri Kulkarni ji to kindly join us on stage. These are the people, those who led the entire team of MIT, and in the matter of few days, the transformation was achieved. It's time for us that we thank them on behalf of MIT Group of Institutions. Thank you very much to each one of them. One name I cannot forget to mention, and that is Anna Sahib Tekale ji, officer on special duty. I would now request the Secretary of Myers MIT Pune, Professor Dr. Mangesh Karat sir, to kindly give away the vote of thanks.
Most respected dais of this Dr. Vishwanath Karat, MIT World Peace University, Pune. I really feel honored to stand here to propose a vote of thanks of the first public program, formally opened public program of the Dr. Vishwanath Karat, MIT World Peace University. I am really nostalgic on this occasion because I remember when the MIT was started in 1983, the circular or the GR was typed by the Karat sir, and it was cyclostyle and it was distributed. It was never imagined at that time this small seed of MIT, one engineering college, will convert into university, and not only normal university, but it is a world peace university. So it's a wonderful journey, very inspiring journey, very thrilling journey. And being the first student of this MIT college, and then the office bearer, lecturer, and the office bearer of the trust, I'm really feel honored and delighted and whatnot. I cannot express my emotions on this occasion. I really, bow to our founder, Dr. Vishwanath Karat sir. He could see he has given the different phases, or he has put up the MIT vehicle, I will say, in the different gears. In '96, he saw the vision of the World Peace University, establishing World Peace University. Still, I remember people used to criticize him for number of years, but he never left the hope. And today, in 2017, Dr. Vishwanath Karat, MIT World Peace University has come to existence. Dr. Vishwanath Karat, MIT World Peace, he started MIT, he added World Peace University, but now henceforth, the world will remember who has created this. It was whose vision, and people will remember Dr. Vishwanath Karat was that person. that visionary who really gave the new vision or the new university directing the world in that direction. So it's a wonderful, wonderful day in the history of the MIT. MIT's history is written, all the pages are written in all the pages are golden pages, but this page is not only golden, but this, I will say this is a diamond page also. So this is, we have set our journey in the quest of not only knowledge, peace, but wisdom also. So this is wonderful. And yesterday only I told in one of the programs, universities are the reflection of the society. Universities represent the collective knowledge and wisdom of the society. When I see today's dais, and when I see the people sitting on the dais, right from Dr. Mashalkar ji, Dada Vaswani ji, Dr. Bhatkar, Nanik Rupani, and number of people, Dr. Shah, Dr. Nigvekar, UGC chairman, CSIR chairman, and a number of people who are associated with MIT in the journey of 34 years. They have really enriched MIT by their collective, by their knowledge and wisdom. And I'm sure the presence of all these dignitaries and the blessings of all the associated people, associated faculty, mentors, and the well-wishers of MIT will make this Dr. Vishwanath Karad MIT World Peace University really World Peace University, very unique university. And soon, in coming decade, people from the whole globe will come here, will aspire to take admission in this MIT World Peace University. With these words, once again, I am really grateful to our chief guest has already left the Pendal, Mr. Devendraji Phadnavis, our chief minister, our mentor. I'm thankful to him for his blessings, his cooperation, his help in these last 3-4 years. And I told him he has to be associated with MIT World Peace University because he can be one of the best role models for our young students. So I'm thankful to Devendraji Phadnavis on the behalf of the MIT Trust. I'm also thankful to Dada Vaswani ji, all the dignitaries, Dr. Mashalkar, Dr. Bhatkar, Dr. Arun Nigvekar, Dr. Pandav, Claes, Mr. Noble, who has come all the way from the Sweden, Michael Noble, and all the dignitaries on the dais, of the dais, for making this opening ceremony of this university very unique, very, very, very thrilling, and very memorable. And I'm thankful to all the other dignitaries who are sitting in the Pendal, my student friends, and all of you for making this function very grand. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, press and media, they are our partners. They always help MIT by giving the good coverage. So I hope, I'm thankful to them also for giving their support in this journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you once again. Well, my friends, with this, we are coming to an end of this inaugural ceremony. But believe me, this is not end. This is actually a new beginning. And with the blessings of all the dignitaries on the dais and the blessing of that Almighty, let us all begin our journey on the path of learning and peace. I would request each one of you to rise in your seat for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you very much. Thank you very much to all the dignitaries on the dais for taking time out for this particular special ceremony. Special thanks to all the student friends, teaching, non-teaching staff of MIT Group of Institutions. I would like to also thank all the technicians, those who have played an important role, the cameraman, audio console, and everyone from the staff, those who have played important role in making this particular event a grand success. The stage team, the Pendal team, everyone, those who have spent last few days for this particular event. Thank you very much. Back there, who's still standing. It's